Okay, it's another edition of me looking at a TV clip I've never seen before and reacting. It's from 30 Rock. Let's watch.
You've got the initiative. How do you keep it? By making a second first impression. You're going to wear dark colors with a single power accent. Every hair in place. Hair movement is a sign of weakness. And whatever you do, don't speak first. 90% of negotiations are lost by the person who speaks first. Because what is speaking a sign of?
Weakness?
You out, fired.
Okay, sorry, I kind of want to bring it to laughter, mostly because this is hurting me more than I imagined it would. Maybe my producers don't like me that much, because there are so many hucksters who run negotiation courses, who don't know much about the research, who haven't really read the books. And I mean, I know Alec Baldwin here is being a parody of one of them, but frankly, I'm not sure he's that different from some of them. My negotiation lesson is, if you're gonna take a negotiation class, make sure you take a negotiation class from someone who knows the social psychological research, the behavioral economics research, the game theory research, and who isn't just into tips and tricks. However, I'm really enjoying Tina Fey's skepticism as she watches.
Oh, I hate those shoes.
Oh, are we starting? Please.
All right, let's start with salary.
Okay, maybe she wasn't skeptical. Maybe she thought he knew what he was talking about. There's nothing like a staring silence standoff in a negotiation.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you on some subconscious level seeing this as me toying with your manhood?
Of course I am. I invented that. Boca 2002. You've seen the tapes.
What? No, I just...
You are being coached by me.
Sorry, Jack, I have to take this. Yes, may I please speak to Pizza?
The fake phone call to buy time in an emergency? Classic Donaghy.
Okay, fine, you got me. Game over.
No. This just levels the playing field. Going mano a mano against a real adversary. Me. It's the ultimate game. Jack Donaghy playing with himself. It's a jack-off.
Hey, Jack, sorry, I'm...
Okay, I mean, that's obviously really funny, but that's literally like a bunch of difficult tactics all smashed together that Tina Fey is doing. And, you know, it's obviously working with Alec Baldwin, but, you know, they're pretty high risk and usually don't really help in a negotiation.
Jack, sorry, I'm so late.
You're not. I changed the clock on your phone. I just got here.
Anyway, I really appreciate you coming to my neighborhood, my home turf, if you will. I see. Well played, Jack.
You anticipated my counter move, employing a shortness is weakness power axiom. However, I knew that you might know that I knew to bring my own furniture, so I also brought my Jack Welch power pillow. I'm very sorry, sir.
I thought you might do that, which is why I'm going to be the first person to do power quiet talking, forcing you to lean in and wonder if you're missing any key phrases, like an idiot.
I thought you'd try power quiet talking, which is why I'm wearing a hearing aid. Stalemate. I'm everything I hoped I'd be. Let's begin. 2% raise, a show on Christmas, no gross merchandising, and you have a run on your stocking.
8% rate.
Okay, no, I gotta stop. I mean, I want to keep going because there's so many things to say. A lot of what we're seeing here, right, it's fun because it's the classic kinds of things that people think really matter in a negotiation. Like whose chair is higher, or like the physical, we do it on my turf or do it on your turf. Now, the reality, right, is that things like the physical space do matter in a way, but if I want to really create a mutual gains atmosphere, the way I want to set it up is not how do I get an edge over the other person, but how do I set it up so that what we're working on feels like joint problem solving instead of me trying to outwit you or outsmart you. No, I would not recommend mumbling as a negotiation tactic. No, I would not recommend renting out the space and reconfiguring it the way you like it in a negotiation. But it is fun to watch. And also, right where I stopped, it looks like we're beginning the classic haggle, where Alec Baldwin has thrown out a really low number. And I'm pretty darn sure that Tina Fey is going to throw out a really high number, but let's see if I'm right.
8% raise, 2 weeks off at Christmas, 5 gross, and nice try. I'm not wearing stockings. That's a vein.
No raise, no vacation, and from now on, you have to say go for Liz when you answer your phone.
Hold on a sec.
Come on, Lemon. I'm just doing the Sorcerer's Apprentice. You respond with a pirate holiday, and I have no choice but to play the hillbilly auction. It's all in the tapes. Forget it. This is taking too long. I'll do both sides. If you think I won't do the show without Lemon, think again. Oh, Jack, you're bluffing. Liz, we're out of here. If you walk out that door, you'll burn every bridge she has here. It'll be back to submitting topical menopause jokes to Joy Behar by fax. Oh, please. You'd be in breach. You'd have more lawyers on you than a Midtown hooker. You're all talk. It's like that time you said you'd hit on Carla Bruni in front of Sarkozy, and you totally backed down. So do you. Sorry, I have to take this. Hello, it's me. Nice try. I'm writing down a number. You're dreaming. Then I'd counter. I'd reject that. Then an elegante. Parry with an elegante primo. 5%. I demand 3 years. No, that can't be right. Elegante, elegante primo. Carry the 1. Good God.
What?
You won.
I did?
You got everything you wanted. Cabletown Jack made a mistake and Lemon Jack pounced on it. I mean, lost.
Yes, I won! Nobody beats the Liz! Oh, sorry. In your face.
Okay, nothing like negotiating against yourself. I mean, this is a really fun clip, with the only sad piece being that part of what makes it funny is that it's a slightly exaggerated version of what most people think negotiation is. And that means it makes my job, when I teach negotiation, super duper hard. Because I have to try to persuade people that this is not state of the art. This is like fictional comedy. But how do we change the dynamic, right? How do we change a dynamic where, honestly, before we go into the negotiation, we can literally play both sides? Because we more or less know the lines, and then we know we're going to come to some kind of strange middle ground, right? We almost don't need the other person in the negotiation, which is kind of what we see here, right? And I think if you want to change the game, because this game, you know, most people, they find it exhausting and hard, and especially when they're in it, right? I mean, it's one thing to watch a TV program on it. It's another thing to kind of be in it because you feel like you've got to be wittier and you got to trick them and you got to, I don't know, somehow have some stamina for discomfort. How do we change it? So a few things, right? One is just actually being explicit and say, I know how these kinds of, in this case, it's presumably a salary renegotiation goes, or contract re-up goes, and I would like to talk about it in a different way. I want to talk about it in a different way that helps each of us actually achieve our longer term ends. And I think that's particularly important because we actually work with each other, and we have worked with each other, and we're going to continue to work with each other. So being explicit about a process change is something that I would coach both of these, both Alec Baldwin and Tina Fey here to do. But then negotiating a process where we identify what are the issues we need to negotiate, what are our interests with respect to the issues, and then use that as a way to spend some time brainstorming how can we be creative and really meet those interests in ways that create mutual gain. And then once we have a whole set of ideas, to test those ideas and pick the ones that correspond to what we would call objective criteria or fair standards of legitimacy. What I just said there, right, is kind of the classic mutual gains approach. What you saw in this clip is the classic Haggle approach done by two people who are incredibly funny and somehow are able to pack every single hard tactic into like a 3-minute clip. The next challenge, of course, is what if the other side doesn't want to do that, right? What if, for example, Tina Fey wants to do that and Alec Baldwin is really into playing his game. That raises a whole bunch of really big challenges. But the key, if you are on the other side of a negotiation like that, is really good listening and really good reframing, not playing their game, but reframing their hard bargaining moves into conversations about their interests and your interests. And if that doesn't work, really taking a step back and naming what you're observing. This is a dynamic that's probably going to take longer, create less value, and hurt our relationship. And ask them to do something different. So anyway, you know what? I'm going to use that 30 Rock clip that I've never seen before, but I'm going to start using it in my classes because it's so great as an example of what not to do. If you want to keep on learning more about negotiation and how to do things differently from the way they often get done, watch this next video, Can You Negotiate Abortion Rights? And don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and ring the bell. I'm Bob Bordone, and thanks for negotiating. Oh, you know you want to keep on watching. Click, click, click.